New Japan Pro Wrestling embarked on a journey across the Pacific to spread strong style and change the face of wrestling in America forever. But now,
we have no choice but to up the ante when we run an even bigger building.
Tonight, 5 titles are on the line at the G1 Special in San Francisco. After reclaiming the title from Big Mike Elgin at Kizuna Road, a new challenger lay claim to Hiroki Goto's never openweight championship. Jeff Cobb emerged to aid his former tag partner and challenge the Fierce Warrior for his first ever New Japan singles title.
The Young Bucks are the best tag team. I think I cursed myself the last time we were on the podcast.
Matt
I told
and
the
Nick
story about the
Jackson
first time I almost
defeated
died.
the LIJ duo of Evil and Sonata to earn the IWGP Tag Team Championship and their first ever heavyweight title. Now can the Super Kick Party secure their first title defense against the former champions? This year at Best of the Super Juniors, the legendary rivalry between Dragon Lee and Hiromu Takahashi was renewed once again. Dragon Lee emerged victorious. Tonight, the Time Bomb has his sights set on Lee once again. This time for the title.
Long story short, Jay White, you know what I want.
Robinson is determined to become the first American IWGP US Heavyweight Champion. But standing in his way is fellow dojo boy Jay White. The two came up together at the New Japan Dojo, but their friendship fell apart when White emerged from excursion as the Switchblade. Can Juice use his home field advantage to finally bring home the belt?
He ain't been missing nothing, man. I didn't even watch TakeOver. I didn't watch Money in the Bank. I watched the UK
History
tournament.
was made on August 14th, 2016, when Kenny Omega became the first Gaijin wrestler to win the coveted G1 Climax tournament.
So,
the victory earned him the right to challenge Kazuchika Okada for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship at Wrestle Kingdom 11.
So yeah,
even in defeat, the match elevated Omega to new heights and fueled his drive to become champion. But one Bullet Club brother could not stand idly by.
Gosh. Hey, I think you're going to show me your dick.
The American Nightmare Cody, not content to stand in Kenny's shadow, sought to knock the leader off his pedestal by interfering in his matches.
Every Bullet Club member
our 11
has
followers
specific
is like down to 5 now.
You do not get yourself involved.
Targeting his allies.
Hold on! Nobody can be second to anybody.
And ultimately challenging his authority. Forcing Kenny to seek refuge in the hands of a former friend.
This has been talking. You've been talking this entire time while I'm trying to set this
His
thing up.
reunion with former tag partner Kota
But
Ibushi
now,
reinvigorated his quest for the title, but also sent shockwaves throughout the Bullet Club.
Because you kept distracting me. You kept talking.
At Dominion, Omega finally broke through to become the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, defeating Okada in a best-of-3 falls, no time limit match for the ages, with Ibushi by his side and reunited with the Young Bucks to form the Golden Elite. Omega's dream had come true, but one nightmare remained. Tonight, these two rivals will settle their score once and for all, with New Japan's biggest prize on the line. Will Omega take his first step to change the world as IWGP Heavyweight Champion? Or will Cody prove he is the true leader of the Bullet Club after all? The best professional wrestlers enter the ring at New Japan's biggest stateside spectacular. G1 Special in San Francisco starts now.
Tomorrow when she fucking bitch slap fucking what's his name?
Oscar.
When she slapped Oscar.
Yeah, she smacked.
Oh my god, dude! He's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I don't know,
you didn't have to suspend shit, man. You just got to spit it out of him. You don't got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Japan through the Count Palace, a 10-man tag team event.
Go up.
The veteran Rocky Romero holding together another great team in Yo
see the Brock Lesnar thing?
Yes, Roppongi 3K, they are called.
Did you hear about the Brock
Very, very talented, young, up-and-coming wrestlers. Fantastic.
So there was a big UFC
backgrounds.
and Brock was in attendance at the UFC show, and there was the big super fight between Stipe and Cormier for the titles. I guess the interim and the world title were on the line. And Cormier knocked him out, and then he pretty much called out Brock Lesnar, and Brock strolled his happy ass into the ring.
Wait, what?
Shoved his ass. Yeah, last night, UFC, dude. And Lesnar went into the ring and shoved his ass. And so they're trying to set up a fight between Cormier and Lesnar.
Cormier is done for, dog. Cormier is done for.
I don't know, man. It's probably going to be January because Lesnar still has about 6 months. He has to sit out for his steroids. But yeah, probably January. Cormier versus Lesnar. It was so fucking fake, though, like how they set it up. Like, I couldn't suspend my disbelief. And it's MMA, so, I don't need to suspend my disbelief, like I do with wrestling. But because he calls out...
It's fake, right? They set that shit up, so...
Yeah, he calls out Lesnar, and Lesnar's got, like, the biggest fucking smile on his face as he's walking to the ring. Then he gets in the ring, and all of a sudden he gets all serious, and, like, he shoves him, and it was just like, oh, come on. And Cormier is, like, pretty much trying not to smile and laugh after he was shoved. I was like, come on, man, at least make it look, legit. You want to sell some tickets, but whatever. Fight's like 6 months away, so they're going to sell tickets. But yeah, so...
Brock Lesnar's on to sell tickets, man.
Yeah, so what the fuck, though? So Lesnar's he's pretty much got himself a world title UFC match. He's going to still wrestle? He's going to chance getting hurt and losing out that big-ass payday fight for the world title? Like, what the hell, man? Like, I'm questioning what Lesnar's going to do here.
Wait. So when SummerSlam, he's giving it up, though,
But they're saying the speculation is that he might not even work SummerSlam now.
Why wouldn't he work SummerSlam?
I don't know, because I guess he has this UFC thing going on.
Vince McMahon is not going to... You know what? I mean, if he gets injured with the title, they just have him give it up like they've done before?
I mean, what if he gets injured wrestling when he has a big fight coming up? The fight's the priority for Brock. He doesn't give a fuck about wrestling.
But there's no fight been announced. No fight's been announced, so why would they?
It's gonna take place, though. It's pretty much a done deal. They just have to wait until Brock is out of the, he's cleared. I mean, they're not gonna set this big angle up if the fight's not set, It's pretty much a done deal. He's gonna fight for the world title. I mean, it's being reported all by MMA news everywhere. It's not official, but it's unofficially pretty much.
It's by the.
I mean,
so the WWF pretty much is behind it. That's what I'm thinking.
WWE, dog.
Yeah,
get the F out.
You know what the fuck I'm saying, though, right?
They're not behind it, man. What do you mean they're behind? This is a UFC deal, man. I don't think the WWE wants him to go fight. I think they just have no choice. Like, you know what his deal is? It's, basically per match. So if he can just say, no, I don't want to wrestle. He's got a per match deal. He's just going to say, I don't want a match, What can they do? The problem is he has their fucking world title. And these dumbasses had so many chances to take that belt off of him. They kept delaying it. And now, all the, everything that I've been saying, everything that everyone's been saying, like, Brock is just biding his time until he can go back to fight. And you guys are stupid for not taking this belt off of him and keep extending his deal. And he has all the power. And now he's got a big main event world title, big money fight coming up that WWE cannot, match what he's going to get paid for this one fight, for one match. Not for a SummerSlam. I mean, maybe a WrestleMania, but they're not going to match what he's going to make, off of this. So if I'm Brock, I don't know why I would take this unless Vince McMahon comes with a fucking boatload of money. And, if I'm Vince, I'm like, I'm getting this belt off of him as soon as I can. I mean, fuck SummerSlam. I'm going to call him up and be like, name your price. You come to Raw. You drop the belt and get the fuck out of my face.
He's not gonna. Well, but getting in the ring is not. He's never really been injured in the ring, though.
That's true, but I mean, if they're gonna do him and Roman again, I mean, those motherfuckers go hard with each other, you know.
They're probably gonna have it be like a someone's gonna do the count run in. The Strowman's gonna run in and fucking just do a quick pom pom pom, you know.
I was saying yesterday, what should have happened is after Brock, pushed Cormier and was talking all that shit, they should have had Strowman come in from the crowd, and cash in right there and pin him in the octagon and take the title. How else is Strowman gonna get that fucking belt when Brock's never around?
True.
This motherfucker's got a briefcase for a guy that's never there, and so he's doing stupid shit like pushing over Kevin Owens in porta potties and flipping his car because they just need something for him to do. And the sad part is, before Money in the Bank, him and Kevin Owens had a great match on Raw. They tore it up, and Kevin Owens kills himself for Braun.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
right?
we talked about he fucking flips his ass over and he takes mad bumps. They have great matches together. I mean, if we could have just made this a serious in-ring feud, this would be a great thing to hold over Braun, because Kevin Owens is talented as fuck, But they're making it stupid. They're making it about cars being flipped and porta potties being flipped, and it's like, why are we doing all these stupid things with Braun? He's over. He's a monster. We don't need him to flip cars.
Because he needs to be in the. He needs to be in the fucking, in the face of the fans, or they're gonna forget about him.
Yeah. So why not? Yeah, but I'm saying, so why not just have a straight up feud? Why do we got to do stupid things with him? I mean, I don't understand that. He doesn't need to do that. He just has to come out there and murder people. I mean, he's gonna face.
That's
Brock.
What he's doing, though. He's murdering, Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens gives him like his body, man. Like Kevin Owens, like.
He's not giving him his body, though. He's giving him his cars, and they're not having matches. He's chasing them around. Like, it's stupid,
I thought it was funny.
Reminds me of like the Roman thing. I don't know, man. Like, I don't think he should be portrayed as like a comedy character. I think if they want him to be going up against Brock, he should be portrayed as like, a monster, a killer. He should just go out there every week and murder people.
He's got to be a face. He's got to. The kids got to like him, man. The kids.
Yeah, I think the kids will like him just being a dominant force.
Right? But at the same time,
okay, let me ask you something. What did Goldberg go out there and flip cars and porta potties? No, Goldberg just went out there and destroyed people. Right?
But this is different, though. This is an actual, because Braun Strowman's not that great of a wrestler, dude.
And Goldberg was?
Well, Goldberg is different. Goldberg is a specimen, like Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's just big, right? That's all Braun Strowman really is. So, he's got
a charisma about him. He has a presence that is, not a lot of people have the presence. There's a lot of big guys, but guys like Goldberg, they have that presence, like that charisma, I think Braun has it, I just think that they're making him way too much comedy. I got no problem with comedy every now and then, but I think like if every week he's just doing comedy, how can you take him seriously, Especially if you want him to go up against, Brock. I think the guy that goes up against Brock needs to be serious. I mean, I don't think he's not going to be flipping Brock's car, doing stupid stuff like that, because Brock's going to be like, I'm not doing that stupid shit,
Well,
I don't know. I mean, he did pull the fucking.
He doesn't need to have a feud with Brock, though. He just needs to do a run-in, man, and he just needs to, pin him real quick. He doesn't need to do an actual feud. It doesn't need to be like, we have to build up to fucking whatever. It's just gonna be a quick, go in and get the fucking belt, because he's pretty much the champion, the untitled champion right now.
No, Roman is pretty much the untitled champion.
No, well, when you have Money in the Bank, you're the untitled champion, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, what I'm thinking is, why didn't they just put him on SmackDown? He could have gone to SmackDown, dominated, took the title. He could have been the world champion there. If they're not ready to put the Raw title on him and make him the man, put him on SmackDown, give him the belt, let him dominate there, let him stay there for 6 months to a year, and then bring him back to Raw. Like they did with, Cena and all these guys, before they were given the big run as the Raw champion. They gave him the SmackDown title. They let him, be the man there for a little while, I think
because
that's what
AJ,
they should
because
do.
that's what they're doing with AJ right now, though, right? They're kind of giving that thing to AJ.
You think they're gonna move AJ to Raw and make him the man on Raw? See, I don't think so, because I think.
But he needs to be the man somewhere, though, because he's that talented. Yeah. So, and SmackDown is the place for him, and I think SmackDown is like the way of the future as well. Like, I think SmackDown in the next 5 years or so, right, or whenever it's on Fox, is going to be the main focus. So AJ I think he's going to be carrying it until then,
I think, but I think the problem's going to be the minute that SmackDown does become the priority, because it's on Fox, because it's got the big money deal, and it's on, a big time network with all that money behind it. I think the minute that happens, they're going to start shifting all the, they're going to try to make SmackDown the entertainment show, and they're going to switch around a lot of these guys, and Raw is going to be more of like either that, or they're just going to, I think what scares me is that, like we always talk about, Raw's the entertainment show, SmackDown's like the wrestling show, and they can afford to do that now because, it's the same audience, but it's kind of a different audience. Now, you know what you're going to get when you watch SmackDown. You know what you're going to get when you watch Raw. SmackDown's always been like a second priority. All of a sudden, SmackDown has to be the first priority. Maybe now they're like, oh, now both shows have to be the entertainment show. Now both shows, and then SmackDown becomes just like Raw, and then, all the great wrestling just becomes an afterthought, and then we get 5 hours of Raw now every week, and I do not want that at all.
Well, I think it's going to be like different. I think Raw is going to stay the same, and what's going to happen with SmackDown's going to be like almost like Monday Night Football. It's going to have it's going to go 3 hours, but a lot of it's going to be fucking, bullshit, kind of like where they're talking about, how like the WWE Network's been setting up like with like doing pre-shows and after shows and things like that, and it's going to be a lot of that kind of vibe. It's going to be like the way UFC is on Fox. It's just boring to watch. I fucking hate watching UFC on Fox. I don't know. I don't.
So I mean, I think it's not going to be the same. Like, SmackDown's identity is going to totally be shifted in this thing. But I mean, so how would you? All right, let's do a booking exercise then. Your job is to get the belt off Brock. Let's just say Brock has one appearance left before he has to start training for his fight, and he's going to be gone. He has one appearance left. How does it go down? Where does it go down? What do you do? How do you get the belt off of Brock? Book me through your process here.
So
how you're going to take that belt off him. Yeah, let's say he knows he has his big fight coming up. He wants to start training. He wants to get into a UFC mind state. He wants to completely just get out of wrestling. Let's say he has one appearance left, and he has to drop the title in that appearance. He agrees to it. The money's good. He agrees to do whatever you want as long as you pay him. How are you going to get that belt off of him? You got one night to do it.
Well, it would be SummerSlam, right? It would be a pay-per-view. And I'd have Paul Heyman build up with Braun Strowman. Or no. It would be a match, a three-way match with...
you do a three-way?
Yeah, I do a three-way match with Rollins and Roman. And
that's a good idea.
to be honest, I'd rather do that at WrestleMania. But if it's got to be like soon, like I'd even keep Brock off TV until WrestleMania.
Well, the problem is he has 6 months until he's cleared to fight again. So he's got to start training.
It's got to be
by
in 6
2 months out.
When's the Royal Rumble?
Royal Rumble's in January. But you can't say 6 months is what you got, because if he can fight in 6 months, he's going to start training, 2 months out from that? So really you got 3 to 4 months, because he's got to have fight camp. He's got to get into fighting shape.
So all of that. It's only one appearance, though? Only one appearance in 4 months? Like, I'd have Brock hold it as long. I mean, tell you the truth. If I was Vince, I'd have Brock go defend. I'd have Brock walk out onto the UFC fucking TV with the belt, wearing the fucking belt.
And what if he gets knocked the fuck out?
So what, though? So what?
Well, that's not embarrassing.
That's just the risk you're gonna have to fucking take. He's not gonna wear the belt afterwards. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna put the belt on after while Joe Rogan's fucking giving him the talking. You know, like no. To be honest, I'd love that. I'd love to see Brock Lesnar on fucking UFC pay-per-view wearing the WWE belt with his WWE theme music fucking coming out, wrestlers in the front row kind of thing.
You would love that? Wouldn't that piss you off as a fan?
Paul Heyman walking out next to him. Fuck that. I would love that, dude.
That would piss me off.
If Paul Heyman was there and walked out with him.
This dude can't do any wrestling shows. He can't bother to show up for any wrestling shows, but he's gonna walk out on the UFC with our title.
Man. It's not about him not bothering.
He's gonna walk out on UFC with our belt.
He does bother. The thing is, he's there, right? Like he bothers to get there. Look, Brock Lesnar is man. Like I don't like saying it. I don't like being like, yo, he's the fucking man, but he's the fucking man, and he has kind of earned his way to be like, if I don't gotta work, man. Look, you didn't have to go to work. But you get paid. You go to work.
He's not getting paid to not go to work, though. He's getting paid per appearance.
Right. Which is
so he's not getting paid right now. He's not making any appearances.
He doesn't need to make any apperances. Bro.
Exactly. He doesn't need to.
So whenever
let's get the fucking belt off of him.
Whenever he's needed, though, you give him the money and you have him, right? So whenever he's needed, and if he's not needed. And what he's doing to the belt, he's giving it more juice than it's ever had in a long time. That belt's got a lot of juice right now. That Universal belt
is nothing right now. It's so devalued.
So if he gets knocked the fuck out with wearing the Universal belt, then so the fuck what? Universal belt goes away. It's still not the WWE belt, right? So what the fuck?
It's the main title on Raw.
Okay, so what though? So what? There's been so many different titles that kind of become the main title. So they make a Galaxy fucking title then.
Okay, so first you're gonna tell me he's elevating the title and he's making that belt so important. It's got so much juice right now. Then you're gonna turn around and be like, so fucking what? That belt can just go away. What? Make up your mind.
No, but that's true though. I mean, it's either like.
So he's made that belt so important that you can just get rid of it. It doesn't even matter. That's what you're telling me.
It hasn't been it doesn't have a history, man. It doesn't have much of a fucking history, so it doesn't really matter, you know.
Exactly. Right. So that's what I'm saying. So why aren't we building up this belt and trying to give it a history? It's just gone.
It's not gone. He's holding on to it, and people are.
Okay, so how is it not being on TV? If you say it doesn't have a history, how does it not being around make it more important?
Look,
how does that give a belt juice?
Because it gives
when it's not there.
Because it's unavailability. Everyone wants what they can't have, bro.
See, the thing is, I think if you were telling me this a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, definitely, I would probably agree with everything you say. You know, Brock is a special attraction. Brock is fresh. Anytime you bring Brock in, it's a buzz, you know, it's a big deal. But I think at this point in time, the majority, myself included, we're over it. I think, you know, we're over Brock. I mean, I think WrestleMania proved it. WrestleMania is the hardcore of the hardcores. The year before when he took on Dean Ambrose, crowd goes crazy for Brock. The year before when he took on Roman Reigns, crowd goes crazy for Brock. When he took on Cena, when he took on Joe, when he took on Braun, you know, crowd was going crazy for Brock. Brock was a special attraction. Brock was a big deal. When he took on AJ, they were going ape shit for Brock.
Crowd
still
goes crazy for Brock.
You can't say it was because of Roman.
When the Rock would come out, man, and no one has seen the Rock in fucking how many years, everyone still goes fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, but how can you say that when we saw it at WrestleMania? They booed Brock. They called the match boring. They hated Brock.
I love that match.
Yeah, you.
Who booed Brock?
I'm talking about the. Are we gonna have this conversation again? Did they not chant "This is boring"? Did they not boo the shit out of that match? Out of both men, they shit all over that match.
I was like, yeah, I love this.
All over it.
They were giving the hardcores what the hardcores have been asking for. It's like take Roman out. Like I feel like everyone wants to see Roman get punished. Everyone wants to fucking.
That's exactly my point though. Going against Roman, you'd think he'd be the biggest motherfucking babyface world conqueror hero, but they hated him too, which is why I'm saying I think people are over Brock. I think it was a great experiment. I think it worked for a long time. But I think at this point, people are over Brock, and they're just ready to move on. Because let's face it, I mean, at first, the novelty, I mean, it was great. He'd come in there, he'd throw all these suplexes, he'd stiff people. It was cool, but he's not doing anything new. He's going out there, he's having the same match. You know, he's not doing anything different.
Wrestling, though. Everybody has the same match with them. And that's not true, man. Brock Lesnar, I think you got to give credit where credit's due, man. Like, just the fact that he was, he was on the UFC at a main event, like involved in the fucking main event, gives WWE so much credibility, man. Like, I was watching ESPN and fucking Peter Rosenberg jumps on ESPN listing the fucking top 5 wrestlers ever with Jalen Rose next to him, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's just weird.
That has nothing to do with Brock Lesnar, though.
Yes, it does.
They've been in bed with the WWE for years now.
Because of people like Brock Lesnar and
go to ESPN.com. There's stories about New Japan. There's stories about ROH. That has nothing to do with Brock Lesnar. They've been in bed with the WWE before Brock Lesnar even returned.
So do you think they talked about it on SportsCenter tonight, or that happened?
Yeah, and they talked about
that they're going to talk about it on Monday.
They're not talking about WWE champion Brock Lesnar. That is an afterthought right now.
That's not an afterthought. That's what makes it so fucking crazy, is that the WWE champion is fucking going up against the UFC champion. You don't see that champion versus champion, dog? You don't see that shit?
No, I don't see it because UFC is real.
So here's the thing.
To me and you as wrestling fans.
So why, if they did the Conor McGregor versus fucking
Floyd
Mayweather, right? If they did that outside of the UFC, you don't think that because they
did do it outside of the UFC?
So why wouldn't they do the WWE with fucking Brock Lesnar and Cormier outside of the fucking UFC, just like they did with the previous fucking Conor McGregor, dog? Come on, man.
Are you fucking crazy? Oh, you think that Dana White's gonna give up that fight? He's gonna let that go happen in the WWE or something?
Not in the WWE. What are you talking about?
Dude, they're gonna fight for the UFC title. What do you mean? Do it outside of the UFC? They're fighting for the UFC world title. How's it gonna be outside of the UFC?
When they fight for the? Are they fighting for the title? Is that what they announced?
Yeah, Cormier is the champion. He just won the title.
They announced that they're gonna fight for the title.
Brock's walking into a title shot, which in itself is ridiculous. Because he fucking got popped for steroids.
Yeah, I think you're full of shit. I think that he got popped for steroids and he's not going to be able to fight in the UFC. So they're going to create a whole different thing. It's going to be like a sports entertainment kind of / UFC thing. Okay? I'm telling you, you think I'm crazy, right?
You are crazy. Dude, Dana White is talking about it. Dana White and Brock Lesnar have had meetings. They've been taking pictures together.
Right.
This is going to be a UFC
Why wouldn't they go into business together then?
Like he's going to create a whole new business just for this one fight.
They did for Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor did.
UFC had nothing to do with that.
Dana White did.
Yeah.
You don't think Dana White got paid?
He gave his blessing. He got paid. That was a boxing promotion, though. Dana White didn't fucking go out there. Yeah. Oh, Dana White. So where's all of these big boxing fights with Dana White's boxing company then?
Yo, it doesn't.
This fight is going down in the UFC. It's a UFC fight.
Okay. Maybe it's a UFC fight, but you don't see the champion versus champion aspect?
No, I don't, because, dude.
You don't see why that's exciting?
Wrestling is fake.
Oh, my God, bro.
Listen to me. No, this is the problem.
Oh my
Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather was a big deal because MMA is real and boxing is real. You had a real MMA, legit top guy.
We're not talking about wrestling right now, bro. We're not talking about wrestling.
We are talking about wrestling.
No, we're talking about Cormier versus wrestler. We're talking about Okay, we're talking about Cormier versus Lesnar, right? So
yeah.
We're not talking about a wrestling match. So don't tell me wrestling's fake because we're talking about a real fight. But is Brock Lesnar?
You just spent all this time talking about champion versus champion. Because the champion of wrestling. How is that important?
Because it's a headline, and as ESPN would have a headline like champion versus champion on their fucking program, and that's why I'm saying
but you know what?
that it's important because it's a headline, dude.
To you, maybe to me, maybe to wrestling fans, that's exciting. Maybe to all of us, that's awesome.
What about to men in general?
To MMA fans, and you might not want to admit it, but there's a lot of MMA fans that also like wrestling. But there's a shitload of MMA fans that look down on wrestling because they think wrestling is bullshit and MMA is real. MMA is legit. Dude, go to any MMA message board. Go to any website. A lot of people shit on wrestling. They shit on Brock Lesnar. They shit on CM Punk because they say wrestling is fake.
Okay, I know.
You know, yeah, okay, so I'm saying...
But it's not, but it doesn't, but
so
don't
why
discredit
is that important to them?
Don't discredit it as it's physically demanding, right? So you're going to have to be...
not at all, not to me.
You have to be an athlete, right? You have to be an athlete.
Yeah, exactly, but me and you, as wrestling fans, we can appreciate that because we know that wrestlers have to train hard as fuck. They go out there, they put their bodies on, they can get crippled. Look at the New Japan show. Hiromu Takahashi broke his fucking neck, you know? You're going to tell me wrestling is fake when there's a guy that just broke his fucking neck in the ring last night? You know what I mean? They can get crippled. They can get killed on every move they do. They got to be wrestlers. They got to be actors. They got one take. You know, I think professional wrestlers are some of the greatest athletes in the world. I get it. I'm saying I'm a fan, and I know that, and I appreciate that. But people who aren't fans, who don't understand that, they just say wrestling is fake. They just say wrestling is bullshit. They have no respect for it. And I think a lot of MMA fans, not all of them, but a majority of them do believe that, you know, MMA is superior because it's real and wrestling is fake and they don't respect it. So they don't respect the fact that Brock Lesnar is the WWE champion.
Wait, they don't respect the fact that Brock Lesnar is a former former UFC champion?
No, they respect that. What I'm saying is the fact that but you're trying to build this off of champion versus champion like it matters that he's the WWE champion. I'm saying that, yeah, it matters to us. It doesn't matter to the majority of big-time MMA fans who thinks wrestling is fake. Now, if you want to build it up as former UFC... Because Brock is legit. He's not CM Punk that went in there and got whooped twice. You know, he's won fights. He's won the title. He's legit. But what I think hinders that now is that he hasn't fought in a long time, and he hasn't fought in a long time because he failed a steroid test, and you know, and now he's going to come off of that failing right into a title shot, and that's going to make a lot of people, I think that's going to sour them. That's like, you know, like if John Jones walked back after, you know, all the bullshit he has going on right into a title shot, you know, and he probably will walk
deserves
back
it, but he deserves it though, right? Like, I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, maybe he does deserve it because his shit is out of the ring, you know. His shit is, you know, personal issues. But Brock failed a steroid test. That's in the ring. That's fighting, you know. So I don't think you can just put him in there and expect the fans to be like, oh, great, Brock's getting a title shot when he just failed a steroid test, you know.
Right.
Don't you think that's kind of bullshit?
Well, Brock...
So I'm just saying it has a lot going against it.
Right,
it's still going to be a super fight. It's still going to be a big deal.
The thing is, it's still going to sell. It's still going to sell a lot of fucking things, and people are only going to bitch about it, like here with you bitching about it to me, and it's and it's not going to make the noise that those people make that bitch about like oh the WWE is fucking fake, like the noise that those people make don't fucking matter because.
It's not because
guess what? Because
controversy
they're
is
not
cash. It doesn't matter. You're right.
You know, they're touching money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking touching money.
Yeah. Brock's gonna whenever Brock's fight is gonna be money. Whenever John Jones fight is gonna be money. Whenever Conor McGregor fights, it's gonna be money because they're controversial figures, and you know people are intrigued and they want to see what the fuck is gonna happen.
And drug tests, and then
that shit doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at all. You know, because guess what? I would love a UFC. where everyone was juiced the fuck up and everyone's like superpowers. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's like beyond human. That would be incredible. Like
it's like the baseball debate, you know, like when these dudes were all jacking homers, and people were like, you know, oh, this sucks, you know, this is not respectable. All these guys are hitting homers, and I'm like, yeah, but you know what? Fucking ratings and attendance is the highest it's ever been because everyone is showing up to watch these fucking steroid freaks jack 500 feet homers every night, you know. So that's also a point. But what I'm just saying that I think there's different reasonings, you know. I'm not arguing with your argument. I just think the reasoning, you know, I don't think that the whole WWE thing, I think that has no bearing at all on UFC. I don't think that it matters to UFC at all whatsoever. I think to hardcore UFC fans, that doesn't matter at all. You know, if anything, I think that hinders it because they don't respect it, you know, which I think is a bullshit view as a wrestling fan. Because I mean, I'm wrestling all the way before UFC. You know, I give up UFC in a second for wrestling, but I just, you know,
right, same here.
Yeah, so. But yeah, you know, either way, it's going to be a big fight, and, you know, it's going to be cool, whatever. But I say we need to get that belt the fuck off of Brock. I think they should just keep it simple. Brock versus Roman. Roman spears his ass, you know, he hits the Superman punch, spears his ass. All of a sudden, the music hits. Strowman comes out, tosses Roman's ass out, pins Brock, walks away with the belt. Keep it simple, keep it easy, you know, and we move on. Just get Brock the fuck out of there.
So,
which sucks because I really would like to have Seth involved somehow, because I thought that with how good Seth's been doing and how on fire he was, that if he kept the IC title, he could make a whole claim about he's been the man on Raw, he's been carrying the show, he's been the champ. But then they went ahead and had him drop it to Ziggler, which I don't understand.
Yeah, because Ziggler deserves it more than Seth does. Ziggler's been there longer than Seth.
Ziggler deserves it more than Seth's been carrying the show. He's been the hottest thing on the show. If you had something big for Seth, then but
Ziggler's been carrying the fucking carrying the brand for fucking how long?
Give me a break. Ziggler is like Mr. Irrelevant most of the time.
Yo,
when was the last time he's done anything relevant? The Miz feud, and that was like all Miz.
That's why you got to give him Ziggler something, dude.
Yeah, but then why put him with McIntyre? We're just gonna.
They're both gonna, because they're gonna feud, man. They're gonna fucking have a fucking huge old
That's
feud
fine.
over the belt.
So then, what are we doing with Seth then?
Seth is shit. Seth is.
Seth deserves something.
He's a hand. He's just like a man.
He's not a hand. He's a hand that should be fucking. That's been carrying the company.
That's a good hand.
He's been carrying Raw.
That's a good hand.
And you're gonna give it to Ziggler, who can barely carry himself. Because Ziggler's great in the ring.
Because Ziggler needs it, man.
Yeah, how many times are we going to try with Ziggler?
It's not like Seth is not going to have WrestleMania fucking slots. It's not like Seth's not going to be on fucking TV. It doesn't mean he doesn't have to have the fucking belt, bro. Having the fucking belt. That
there's no world title on Raw, and he made that IC title super relevant.
Okay,
that was the main title. So now they give it to Ziggler. It's like when The Miz was the IC champion or John Cena was the US champion, and they made those titles really relevant and really big time. And like, come on, honestly, how many chances, what is this, chance number 15 for Ziggler? How many chances have we given him to be the man? How many pushes have we given him? How many times? What do you mean none?
None.
He was the world champion when he was with Vicky Guerrero.
He was the WCW world champion, bro.
Ziggler wasn't even around when WCW was there.
Yeah,
dude.
but the belt.
Ziggler was the world heavyweight champion.
The world heavyweight champion, exactly.
Yeah, and Edge's title.
That's the WCW belt. That doesn't even count.
Okay, well, he went to Raw and won the world title. Remember when he beat Alberto Del Rio?
For one night.
Well, it was not one night. He had the title. And then fucking, we'll blame Jack Swagger because Jack Swagger kicked him in the fucking head and gave him a concussion, and he was out. But I'm saying,
so how many chances did he have?
He had that chance with Vicky Guerrero's one. Remember that when he had AJ Lee and he had that feud with John Cena, and they were main eventing pay-per-views and having ladder matches. They put him in there with Cena trying to make a main event guy. No. Remember the Survivor Series when Sting showed up, when Dolph Ziggler won the company for the WWE. Remember that? He was the sole survivor.
What did he do at WrestleMania? What did he do at WrestMania that night? So what did he do at WrestleMania that year? What happened?
Because he didn't earn his WrestleMania spot because he kept failing in all these big time positions.
Bro, come on. He doesn't. How
many times are you going to. Okay, he keeps failing. You're going to give him a main event.
Yeah, that's why he keeps getting signed, right? That's why they keep fucking.
You know why?
Because he keeps failing.
Because, like you said about Seth Rollins, he's a good hand.
He's a good hand, exactly.
He's a good hand, but he's not a top guy. He's not a main event guy. He's not. You know who's going to be a main event guy? Motherfucking Drew McIntyre. He is fucking money. He's going to be big time. And when he finally turns on...
I really don't like him. I don't like him, dude. There's just something about Drew McIntyre. I'm just like...
He looks like a killer. Look, like when he was in there with Reigns on Monday, and they were like walking around each other and building up to like them clashing, I was like, holy shit, he has it. You know, I could feel it. Like, he's fucking money, you know?
No,
like,
I think he's going to like get hurt. Something's going to happen where he's not... Like, he's just going to fizzle. Like,
he just came off a big injury when he was the champ of NXT, so it's possible. But I think he has it way more than Lashley.
I feel like he has the potential. Oh, who? Lashley? Are you kidding me, bro? Let's not even talk about Lashley, please, because I don't want to. Because that Lashley does not help me suspend my disbelief. Because I'm just like,
I think Lashley has been doing a lot better since they stopped booking him the way they've been booking him, and they're making him serious a little bit. Right. But I like. You know what I'm liking? I'm liking this fucking revival all of a sudden coming up and beating the shit out of Roman and like being treated like stars every week. So I think the revival is the best company.
They've been on Raw for a minute, but as soon as they got on Raw, one of them got injured, right? So
yeah,
like,
then
they couldn't be on Raw.
The minute he came back, the other one got injured.
Yeah,
like they were setting up Revival and Hardy's a big feud, and then the other one got hurt. But like I think the revival, I mean, have you seen some of their NXT tag matches? I mean, they're like shit.
I'm not that hot on the revival just because I think they look like fucking goobers, you know? Like
that's
they look
the thing. That's why I love them, dude. They're so old school. They're a throwback. Like you remember the Brain Busters, you know, Arn and Tully, you know. I don't know if you watched it.
I didn't watch WCW. No, I did not.
Well, Brain Busters were WWE Tag Team Champions too. You don't remember the matches with the Hart Foundation, the Rockers, Demolition? They were tearing it up in the WWF, you know?
The Brain Busters?
Yeah, the Brain Busters, because they were managed by Bobby Heenan, Arn Anderson, and Tully Blanchard. I mean,
I know who they are, but, like, I don't remember them in WWE. You know?
Yes, I remember a lot of the old school shit, so when I see, like, similarities or something, like I kind of dig that. And, like, I like their old school style, and, like, I mean... Every time they wrestle on NXT, I mean, every match they had, you know, with all these teams, I mean, they were having matches of the year. I mean, they're a great team. It's just that they've had no one to, you know, focus with on Raw, you know, and I'm glad they're getting some focus, and they're in there with top guys, you know, so, I mean, I think that's better than fucking, you know, I mean, Raw tag division is not that great. I mean, Wyatt and Hardy, they're a great act. They're a great gimmick. But in the ring, they're not setting the world on fire. And the B team, same thing. They're a great gimmick.
No, the B team's awesome, man.
Yeah, they're a great gimmick. There's a lot of great gimmick teams on Raw. You know, they got the B team. They got Hardy and Wyatt. They got Breezango. They got The Ascension. They got fucking Titus Worldwide. You know, they've got all these teams that are basically just gimmicks. You know, Rhino and Heath Slater. Like, they've got, like, 6 teams right there that are just gimmicks, you know, that are just comedy acts. And, like, the only serious tag teams you really have on Raw is the Revival, you know. Everyone else are, like, comedy acts. It's just too much. I mean, in contrast to SmackDown, where you got the Usos, you got the Bludgeons, you got the New Day, you got the Bar, you got Gallows and Anderson. I mean, you got Team Hell No now, which is kind of a comedy act. But you've got, like, Sanity. You've got, like, 7 legit tag teams on SmackDown. And you've got 7 teams on Raw, and 6 of them are comedy teams, you know? So, like, it's completely unbalanced, but it makes sense because, like you said, Raw is an entertainment show. They're not looking for their tag teams to go out there and have, you know, 15, 20-minute great matches. Like on SmackDown, you can throw the Usos and the New Day, the Bar, you know, you can throw all these teams out there, and you know you're going to have great, long fucking matches, you know? You can't do that on Raw, but the Revival can do that, you know? That's why... I think the Revival should, you know, be holding those straps because they can bring legitimacy, you know, to the division.
Legitimacy. What about
legitimacy? Whatever. I've had like 6 beers.
Then something era, the fucking, what is it? Fucking
the Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era, man. What about these guys? Because they're from ROH, right? But like, it's all about the Undisputed Era, man. Like, what about, that's a serious tag team, and I think
I love the Undisputed Era. I mean,
there are a lot of like serious tag teams in NXT though, and the like UK stuff, like the.
I forgot about the Authors of Pain. Also, I'm glad they're finally back. That's a legit team, and when they if they build the Authors of Pain up on Raw and Bludgeons on SmackDown, when they finally meet, that's going to be money. But yeah, Undisputed Era, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And the Usos, what about the Usos? You know what I'm saying? The Usos are...
I talked about the Usos. The Usos are solid. The Usos are like the fallbacks, you know? Like...
The New Day? What about the New Day?
They kind of remind me of like the Big Show or Kane. Like, you know how on Raw or something...
They're always stability. They're always there. Like,
Yeah,
right.
Like anytime, like you don't have a main event, you need a main event. Just you can plug the Big Show in at any moment. You can plug Kane in at any moment, and you know they're gonna be legit enough where they can carry it. You know, it's not gonna. They're like, you know, how many times like, you know, Big Show and Kane haven't done shit all year, and all of a sudden, you know, like on a snap, they're main eventing. You know, it's like that. I think the Usos are at that point in their careers now where. Like at any moment, you could just call on them, and they're, you know, they can carry your whole tag team division. But unlike the Big Show or Kane, they're still young enough and talented enough where, like, you know, Big Show and Kane, they could be put into the main events and be legit, and you can buy them as contenders. But you know they're not going to win, you know. But with the Usos, you can still be like, yeah, they can still win. They can still carry this division, you know. Usos are dope, and I think the New Day is the same way. But I think we should start breaking off. I think Big E has real potential. I think we should break him away from the New Day already. You didn't see that match him and Daniel Bryan had on Raw in the Gauntlet?
No, I did not.
Dude.
No,
wow, man. I mean, Big E looked amazing. Granted, he was in there with Daniel Bryan, who can make anybody look amazing. But still, he impressed the hell out of me. And I think as an act, they've hit their ceiling. You know, I mean, what else are they going to do at this point? You know, I mean, they went ice cream, now they're doing pancakes. I mean, I'm kind of open to the New Day.
I think Xavier Woods has potential to be like definitely. A single star.
He's upped his stock a lot because for like the first 3/4 of the New Day's existence, he was just a hype man, you know?
Right.
He was just a trumpet blower. He never, like, big pay-per-views, he never got into the matches. But lately on SmackDown, he's been in the matches more. He's had a lot of singles matches. He's been really impressive. I think at this point that all three of them have real potential. I think Kofi has the least amount just because he's been around.
He's been there so long.
Yeah, as a singles, that like he needed the New Day to revitalize him.
Right.
Like Xavier and Big E were new enough where they needed the New Day too, but it was to build them up and then send them off on their own. Kofi was more like this was saving him. And then once they break up, I think Kofi will just fall back into that, you know, mid-card role. You know, I don't see a big turnout for him. I see way more potential for Big E and Xavier. Big E especially because he has the size, you know.
I think you could put Kofi on 205 Live, actually.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I think they need a veteran, you know. I mean, they've got a lot of youngsters on there. I mean, they got Brian Kendrick, but he's rarely ever around, and I don't think he's been at that level enough that he can go in there and do that. I mean, Kofi's main evented. Kofi's held many titles. He's been on the main stage for so long.
They could blow that show up if they put like Rey Mysterio on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And they have Rey Mysterio like do a little if they just put Rey Mysterio exclusive on 205 Live, I'm watching that show every week. You know?
Yeah, they need a big time name like they tried. That's what they tried to do with Enzo, and it was actually starting to work. You know, they're picking up some steam with Enzo, and then you know he went and fucking got himself fired.
No, Enzo make me want to watch though.
Yeah, he made a lot of people want to watch though, but maybe not you personally.
Right.
Did you hear about Enzo?
Yeah, he got his shit cleared, man.
Yeah, he got his shit cleared, but did you see the police report that the police released?
Uh-uh.
Remember, WWE said that they didn't fire Enzo because of the accusations. They fired Enzo because he didn't tell them about it. and that's why they fired him.
Okay.
So, and Enzo kept saying, I didn't even know. I couldn't tell you guys I didn't know. And everyone was like, bullshit. How did Enzo not know? The police report revealed that they were investigating Enzo for months, and they were like looking into this, and they did not let him know. And he only found out when the shit went public. So Enzo was not lying. It says right in the goddamn police report that Enzo was never notified of these charges, and he found out when it became public, when it blew up on Twitter and wrestling websites. He found out, holy shit, I'm being accused of rape. And WWE was like, you didn't tell us, you're fired. And he was like, I didn't know. And they're like, bullshit, bye. He was telling the truth. So he lost his fucking job. Then he got cleared. Then the police came out and said, yeah, we didn't tell him. What the fuck, dude? And the sad part is he can't sue them because it's WWE, independent contractors. They can fire anyone for any reason, you know what I mean? Or for no reason. They can just release you, you know? They don't have to give you a reason. So he's kind of fucked.
He's coming back next Royal Rumble, dude.
I don't know, dude. With all the shit he's talking.
He's coming back next Royal Rumble. Everybody's talking shit on WWE after they leave, dude. But everybody
you don't think he's going to show up on TNA?
No. What?
Even,
who's still going to TNA? Is TNA still putting on shows, man?
TNA's been actually really good lately. Because Don Callis runs TNA now. So it's been a lot better.
I mean, give me an example. All right, what's the last main event that's a lot better?
TNA is really good now because they got deals with a lot of places. So you can, they got Pentagon there now. They got Phoenix there now.
Give me
they got
main event.
Guys.
What's the main event?
Dude, I just talked to you about like a lot of the great stories they had. I told you about the whole the Eddie Edwards, Sami Callihan thing. Remember the bat to the face shit we watched? They had the Austin Aries and Pentagon and Phoenix. The three of them have been feuding over the title. That's been really good. You know, they got Moose. He's coming up as the world title challenger. So that's been really good, you know. They got a great LAX feud right now. They got the new LAX and the old LAX. Remember Homicide and Hernandez?
I remember.
Yeah, they're back now to feud with the new LAX. So, you know, they got some shit going, you know. I mean, it's not amazing, but I mean, it's a lot better than it used to be.
So, listen, though, something before I forget again. Like, I was thinking last night, man, something that would be a cool thing to do. Maybe we could do it live or maybe make a YouTube video. But to list, like, the top 10 Zack Sabre Jr. matches, you know? Like, because when I see him wrestle, I'm like, yo, I think he's dope, you know? But what are his best matches? Because I've never really... or
if
maybe
you want
a top 5
his best matches, you gotta look to Evolve, because Evolve was where he really broke out. Like, he broke out in the UK scene, but it was just over there, so I didn't see a lot of it because
well, maybe that's something we could investigate. Or something that we could get into.
The UK scene is on fire now, but back then it wasn't really big time. But then when he went to Evolve, he became their champ. I mean, he had like a lot of his matches with Cassius Ohno, who used to be Chris Hero. Yeah. You know, his matches with Matt Riddle. You know, a lot of those guys. But what really, because he's just really, this year alone is really his breakout. So what you got to look at is the New Japan Cup. So the New Japan Cup is a tournament that New Japan holds every year.
The match, like I'm saying,
well, I'm gonna explain it to you.
Okay,
Pay attention.
Okay.
So Zack Jr., he's in New Japan to have a New Japan Cup every year, and so he was in this tournament, and he has been a mid-carder in New Japan. He's just been like a tag guy. He wrestled in the multi-man match. He was not of any importance, so no one expected him to do shit in this tournament. And then so it's he went through this tournament and he tapped out Hiroshi Tanahashi, who is like New Japan's ace. He's like the Japanese John Cena.
What's that mean when it's ace? Like, what does that mean?
He's been like the main guy. Like he was the John Cena of Japan for a long time, like the top star.
But he doesn't have...
No, but he's been the champ. He had the longest title reign. He's like, you know how John Cena always was around or had the title and always in the main event.
That blonde guy, the blonde fucking dude with the fucking, he does the
air guitar.
The air guitar.
Yeah, the air guitar.
Tanahashi.
Hiroshi Tanahashi. Yeah.
Tanahashi.
He's
the ace, right?
Yes.
So then the dude he had the match with, the the dude he was tagged up with is the dude that wants to be the ace, is what they're saying, right? Like
no, the Kushida, the guy he tagged with on the G1 show, you mean?
Right.
No, the guy he tagged with is the ace of the junior heavyweight division. Like New Japan.
So, but ace is a title that's been given. That's given
out of respect.
It's like, officially given, like, oh, you're the ace.
It's not like an official title.
You can't win it from him. You can't beat him.
It's like his nickname. You know, like.
But you can't like have the ace title on the line.
No, you can't. No, it was like he got to a certain point where, you know how John Cena was the man for so long, and then he stepped back and let like other guys become the man, but you still wanted to show Cena the respect.
Right.
So like picture that. So
pretty much where
Tanahashi,
he's still at.
Picture Tanahashi like here, and then he came down, and he was not like going to be the world champion anymore, but you know, he's still a legend. He's still done everything, and he carried the company and through like their dark years. Like New Japan was down for a long time, and when they became popular and got big time again, Tanahashi was leading them. So like to respect him, they call him the ace, you know?
Okay.
And like Kushida, he's the ace, but of the junior heavyweight division. Like everything Tanahashi's done for like the heavyweights, Kushida's done for like the juniors. Like he's been the man. But also now, because of guys like Will Ospreay and Takahashi and Marty Scurll, Kushida's kind of stepped back too. So, but they're still showing him the respect by calling him the ace of the juniors. So that to tap out Tanahashi is like a huge fucking deal. But he also tapped out Naito, and Tetsuya Naito is like right under them. You know, it's basically New Japan. It's Tanahashi, Okada, Naito, and Omega. That's your main four guys. Those are your four top world title contenders. Those are your four guys that main event like all the shows. You know, they're your top guys. And Naito was being primed as like, you know, the next guy right behind Okada. So he tapped out Tanahashi and Naito in the same tournament. And he tapped out Sonata.
Where was Shinsuke Nakamura in this kind of...
He was right up there with them. Like Kenny Omega wasn't in the mix. Omega was a junior heavyweight. Omega was down below. Before this...
And it's junior heavyweight because of the size?
Yeah, it's you have to like there's a lot of size things, but if you're good enough, you can graduate. Like the Young Bucks, you know how the Young Bucks are like the top, considered like the top team in the world, and they've won titles everywhere, and they're like big stars. In Japan, they've been junior heavyweights all this time. They were the junior heavyweight tag champs like 7 times. They literally just graduated to heavyweights, and now they're the heavyweight tag team champions. So you can move up, you can graduate. You know, Omega graduated, the Bucks graduated. So basically, you know, it was Tanahashi, it was Okada, it was Naito, it was AJ Styles, and it was Shinsuke Nakamura. Those were like the big five. But then once AJ and Nakamura left, that's when Omega got pulled up, and they gave him a chance to be the man, you know, and he really excelled in the role. So Nakamura was always a top guy. He was always in that mix with Tanahashi and Naito and AJ and Okada. Like, so he was in there. So yeah, but like for Zack Sabre, like if you really want to see Zack Sabre at his best, I mean, just watch that tournament, because you see him go from a mid-card guy who had no chance to tapping out two legends, two of the biggest names in the company, and Sonata, who's like, they're priming him to be a future ace. Like he's like,
was that his best performance though? Because
definitely, because like because he was in there with top main event guys. Like he's in there with like legends of New Japan, and he's not only hanging with them, not only beating them, tapping them out, which is rare. Like, you know, pinfalls is one thing, but to tap someone out in Japan, like a legend, that's super rare. And he goes and taps 3 guys out in a row.
But that's like something that's been storyline though. Him tapping.
Yeah, it is storyline. But I mean, like, you know, Japan is not like the US. I mean, that shit there is taken like a legit sport. I mean, you know, they cover it in newspapers. They have like press conferences with legit media showing up, you know. It's like a legit thing there, you know. So it was like a big deal. And then he went and faced Okada, and he lost the title match. But he went there and he, you know, went toe-to-toe with Okada. Had a really great match. So basically in 1 month he went from a lower card guy to like a main event guy, you know, into a top guy in Japan, you know. And it's rare for like foreigners to get elevated so quickly. Like AJ had to come all the way up, and Omega had to come up. The Bucks, like there's a big growing process, but he moved up like really quick, all in one tournament. But like, so definitely his whole New Japan run, and a lot of his world, you know, his title matches in Evolve were really good. You know, the problem is it's hard to get a hold of some of these matches to watch unless you're gonna rent, you know, or order an Evolve pay-per-view or download like a whole New Japan show. You know, I know you can download his whole run in the New Japan Cup from like XW Torrent. They have like just his run in the cup that shows you, you know, his progression, you know. So that's been really
the thing
good.
is like it's the ranking of the best matches. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is what I want to do like a video on. Like maybe we could watch these matches and then get back to each other and be like, all right, well, it's down to these top 10. You know what I'm saying? And kind of, I don't know, just an idea as far as like just trying to create content.
Yeah, like
you know,
why Zack though? Like, why'd you pick him?
Because I like his style. Like he has like it's a cerebral kind of thinking, kind of things that he does. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, I can't think of something that he's done off the head, but like Marty Scurll did something where like he did a move like a back bump to a dude, you know, and then went in the same position, and the guy was like, oh, I'll just do the same thing that you did to get the you know, like he reversed it. So Marty Scurll was in a like being held, and he did a back bump to reverse the move, and he went into the same position of the move, right? So his opponent was like, oh, I'll just do the same shit you did. And so he goes to do the back bump, but as he does the back bump, Scurll moves out of the way and then does like a fucking spider lock on him. You know what I'm saying? And it like he was 2 steps ahead of his dude, you know, like that chain wrestling style that Zack Sabre has.
Marty Scurll is amazing. Marty Scurll
but like I feel like Zack Sabre has that style, like where I feel like when he's going around doing his fucking moves, he's like 2 steps ahead of the dude that he's in there with, you know.
If you just watch some of his transitions, like I've seen him literally go from a guy's head to his neck, to his shoulder, to his wrists, to his waist,
to his
knee, to his finger, to his waist, to his knee, to his leg, to his heel, to his toes. Like he can literally go around the entire guy and just switch, like transition, submission to submission. He's amazing. Like the UK scene is ridiculous. I mean, like you look at the guys in the WWE. I mean, you look at Pete Dunne, you look at Tyler Bate, Trent Seven. I mean, these guys are amazing, and they're not even the best guys to come out of the UK. You got Zack Sabre, Marty Scurll, Will Ospreay. It's like the UK scene is ridiculous right now. It's
I'm sorry. I was just saying, like, I saw a few of those matches on there, and I was just like, oh shit, I've been missing out. You know, like this shit is entertaining to watch, and then that crowd too is really into it as well. That crowd was fucking.
Yeah, the UK scene is like really good right now. It's like it's kind of crazy because it's like wrestling goes in Where the fuck are you going?
Nowhere.
All right.
Let my dog in.
Yeah, wrestling goes in cycles. Like remember back in the day, like when ROH was getting hot, it was all about the US scene. Remember, like all the top indie guys were coming out of the US. You had Samoa Joe, you had Bryan Danielson, you know, you had all these top guys that were coming out of the US indie scene. Christopher Daniels, you know, and then Low Key, and then it went over to Japan, and then you had like the Kentas and the Marufujis and the Takeshi Morishimas. And then, you know, then we go to Mexico and Lucha Underground came out. And all of a sudden you had the Pentas and the Phoenixes, you know, and all these, the fucking Dragos and the Aerostars and the fucking King Cuernos. And then, so basically, you know, it went from the US, then you go to Japan, then you went to Mexico. And now it's the UK's turn because they're churning out top guys like a motherfucker in the UK right now. and like they they blow up because now they're everywhere.
Well, they're not really on the main event, the main roster though. They're not.
What do you mean? Look, dude. Look
Zack
at their
Sabre Jr. is not exactly a main eventer, bro.
No, he is, but he is.
At PWG, he's a main eventer. Yeah,
but PWG is one of the top indies. He's main evented. He's main evented New Japan shows in front of huge crowds. Yeah, he main evented against Okada for the world title.
That's Okada though. Right?
That's Okada? Okada's the longest reigning world champion ever. Yeah,
so that's why he's the main event, but he's not the draw. Zack Sabre's not the draw.
He's main evented New Japan Cup shows. He's main evented shows.
Is he a main event now? I'm just saying.
I don't know. He's the top guy. He's a main eventer in the UK. He's a main eventer in the US. Dude, you can take.
I just don't see him.
You can take. He's been Evolve World Champion.
Evolve is Evolve, bro. Evolve is like Matt Hardy shit.
But these are all indies. What's the difference?
Because Zack Sabre could be a fucking Evolve champion because, like, look, he's a tiny he's a skinny little white dude. Look,
he could be an ROH champion.
He
was this close to being the New Japan champion.
Look, against Brock Lesnar, who's gonna win?
You could say that about anybody on the indie scene, though.
That's what I'm talking about, though. That's why Michael Elgin, maybe Michael Elgin could fucking put up a little bit against Brock Lesnar. Okay, I see that.
But now you're just basing it on size.
No, it's not.
It is on size, because come on,
no, it's not, because I base it on Suplex City, bitch. And
but I'm saying, you stand Daniel Bryan next to Brock Lesnar, it's going to look like Brock Lesnar's just going to murder him. Even though we know Daniel Bryan is a bad motherfucker.
What about AJ Styles?
Yeah, exactly. But AJ Styles and him, they tore it up, and AJ Styles had a great match. Right. But I'm saying, if you were just to look at it, doesn't it just look like AJ is going to get murdered?
Well, no, because AJ has like a little bit of fucking meat on his bones. Zack Sabre Jr. is tiny, dude.
But then what? Bryan Danielson
snap his in half.
You don't think Bryan Danielson? What about Finn Balor? You put Balor next to Brock, doesn't it look like Balor would get eaten?
Yeah, and he probably will get eaten.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just
you put Brock Lesnar, Cena, and what the fuck happened?
Yeah, but the thing is, dude, this is not the WWE.
Right, but the thing is,
WWE is you're hooked up.
Brock Lesnar went to the fucking UFC, and he did what? What happened?
Yeah, but UFC has 8 divisions.
How many times did Brock Lesnar lose in the UFC?
Divisions. You're not going to see a small little guy go in there and fight Brock Lesnar in the UFC.
Yeah, but Brock Lesnar. The thing is, Brock Lesnar legitimizes a lot of things.
Why are we talking about Brock Lesnar so much? Like, goddamn, you love Brock Lesnar.
Because look, I'm just using it as a comparison that I don't see Zack Sabre Jr. in a fucking main event against someone like Brock Lesnar, man.
Who on the Indies can you, unless they're a huge guy?
Who on the Indies can you?
Yeah, because unless they're huge.
What about Ryback? Yeah.
Ryback is not an indie guy. Ryback's a WWE guy. He doesn't even wrestle indies. What I'm saying is, because the thing is, you're a WWE guy. Admittedly, nothing wrong with it. I'm a WWE guy. I love the WWE. I've been watching WWE since I was fucking swearing in my dad's balls.
Tell you the truth, I've been watching more New Japan. Yeah. The last few weeks, I've been watching more New Japan just because I'm a little tired of WWE, and New Japan's it's got Jim Ross, so it's kind of very familiar to me, and it's like it's on my Sling TV.
You have access, so you can watch the shows they have on TV, which is cool. Jim Ross is horrible, and if you watch the real New Japan shows, he's not on there, which is great. But Kevin Kelly and Don Callis are on there, and you know them also, so it's still familiar.
And they're really good. Cole Cabana's doing fucking commentary for ROH? I fucking love that shit.
Yeah, Cole Cabana is really good at commentary, man. Him and Ian Riccaboni is really good too, for a young guy.
Cole Cabana is great at fucking commentary. But
what I'm saying is, though, as a WWE guy, no fault of your own, you've been, your mentality is that, the big man, and it's always been that way, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant.
It's not like I can't appreciate a good match, though, between small guys, like
the thing
Shawn Michaels,
Bret Hart, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. They were in that mode for a little while, and then it went back to, the really ripped guys, John Cena, Triple H, The Rock. They all were ripped with great bodies, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. They're kind of back in that mode.
Not what's his name? Fucking like
not Seth Rollins,
Road Dogg, X-Pac.
Yeah, but they were not the world champion. What I'm saying. But the thing is, like, the thing is, you're held up on size because if let's get Brock Lesnar. Let's take Brock Lesnar out and put Daniel Bryan back as the world champion, or Seth Rollins back as the world champion. And now, do you have the same problem having Zack Sabre Jr. get in the ring with Daniel Bryan? Not at all. Not at all. Zack Sabre get in the ring with Seth Rollins? Not at all. You know.
Yeah, I don't. I think Seth Rollins. You know, like. Yeah, I think Zack Sabre could do. Oh, this move right here is what I was talking about. This right here, like, look, this is.
Oh yeah. When he tried to hit the back.
Right.
Yeah. Marty Scurll is the shit, yo. But what I'm saying is, because you're also trained to see WWE as top level and to automatically see them as better than anybody on the indie.
Omega? Because I feel like Omega is like Omega versus Lesnar, right? But what about Omega versus Zack Sabre?
I could see that easily, because Omega and Okada.
I think Omega would laugh at that. Omega would laugh at that. You know?
How is he gonna laugh at, dude? Omega and Okada have had like 4 classic matches, and Okada had a classic match with Zack Sabre Jr. You're downplaying Okada, dude. Okada is the longest.
I don't know. I've seen Okada 2 times.
Okay, but it's the problem. Okada.
No, once. I've seen him once.
He's the longest reigning NJPW heavyweight champion ever.
And the only match I've seen him in, he lost the belt.
He's had the most heavyweight title defenses ever. He's had classic matches with every top guy in the company. He is the guy that succeeded Tanahashi. He's the guy that Tanahashi passed the torch to. He's pretty much the best professional wrestler in the world of the past 5 years. And he and Zack Sabre Jr. tore it the fuck up, and he and Kenny Omega tore it the fuck up.
Would you rank that? Would you rank that match on the Zack Sabre top 10 list? Him versus
Definitely. Him and Okada, because everyone was like, okay, can Zack Sabre go in here with Okada? I mean, he did it with Tanahashi, he did it with Naito, and those are 2 of the top guys, and they were main events, but those were small little shows. Those were like B shows, B towns. Now this is like their big show with the man. He's going in there with the man. It's kind of like Rusev. Like, you know, Rusev, he can go in there, he can have a good match, he has the crowd behind him, he can be good. But what are we going to judge him on? We're going to judge him when he goes in there with AJ Styles at Extreme Rules. We're going to say, okay, can you go out there and have a main event match with one of the best wrestlers in the world, right? And that's going to be like his test. You know, is he going to fail or is he going to succeed?
What happened? Did Zack Sabre fail or
they fucking ripped it up. They were they had me thinking, are they about to fucking put this title on Zack Sabre Jr.? Zack Sabre Jr. is legit, you know, and the problem is a lot of people, they're hung up on his size because he's smaller than even a lot of these indie guys. I mean, like, look at the screen right now. Like, you know, these guys, Adam Page, Marty Scurll, they're small guys, but they're still ripped. You know, like, they still got abs. They're still kind of built.
I feel like Zack Sabre Jr. is about to like dislocate his something at any fucking moment. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
what
something's
makes him
about
so
to
great,
pop
though. He's like a fucking little spider monkey, just jumps on you and he starts fucking bending you in half like a fucking at his size. I think it's awesome. And he can go in there with big guys. I mean, he's gone in there with like Keith Lee, and Chris Hero's a big motherfucker. He's gone in there with Chris Hero, and they've tore it up, you know. The thing is, like, size doesn't matter in the indies, you know. And that's like the indies, the mind state, you know, size doesn't matter. In fact, it's almost like the opposite in the indies, because you're so used to these little guys having these great matches that when you see a big fucking bodybuilder looking guy or an overweight guy, you tend to think, you know, this guy can't work. You know, look at this guy. He's not going to be able to hang with these guys. And then, you know, when someone like a Samoa Joe fucking or Michael Elgin, who are like really big, come along and like fucking can hang and rip it up, you're even more impressed because you're like, look at this big motherfucker, you know. So it's kind of weird because it's like the reversed effect in the indies. because you tend to look at the big guys almost like these guys can't work and hang. And then in the WWE, you look at the little guys like these guys can't get in there and match up with the big guys, you know? So it's kind of like, it's like a paradox. But like, to me, basically last point, to me, the size doesn't matter. If you can wrestle, you can wrestle. And if you can get two guys that can wrestle, they can work around size. You can work around anything. I mean, you can have a man, you can have a woman, you can have a tall guy, you can have a short guy, you can have a fat guy, you can have a skinny guy. As long as they can work, they can get together and put on a fantastic match. That's why I'm not hung up on size. I'm not hung up on anything like that. All I care about is, can you deliver in the ring? You know? And that's what I look for with my indie guys. I don't look for can you talk or any of that shit, because that's not important for the indies. Yeah, when you get to NXT and the WWE, you're going to need to, to kill it on the microphone. But in the indies, as long as you can go in the ring, you're going to get booked and you're going to make money and you're going to, be a star. Basically.
At the end of this match, Marty Scurll dislocates his fucking shoulder, man.
He does?
Yeah, like he gets put into like a chicken wing kind of thing. He gets put into like a chicken, like the other guy, the junior ace. He puts him into like a chicken wing or something like that, and then
is it the hoverboard lock?
Yeah, hoverboard lock. He puts him into that, and then the whole fucking match goes to shit, dude. Fucking he's like holding his arm, like he falls in against, he hits Paige, like he runs into him, and then he tells him like to get out of the ring, and he's like fucking tag me, and he's like holding his arm like this, like fucking gimped up. And
was he just selling, or was it legit?
No, it was like they ended the match right then. They fucking went home pretty much.
He's gonna take on Okada at All In, so that's gonna be fucking great right there, man.
I don't really like him. I mean, he's a heel, and I don't like him.
You don't like Marty Scurll?
I like that he's a heel. I don't. There's something about him. I'm like, I just don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing his job as a heel very well. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, I don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
The problem is he's so.
I want to see him get hit. He's
kind of like he's at this point though. He's like in the Young Bucks territory, like where they're like so good at what they do that basically they get cheered everywhere. Besides Japan, because Japan is like a completely different culture. But like at this point, the Bucks or Scurll or guys like that, no matter where they go, they're getting like cheered like a motherfucker. But right. In New Japan, because it's a different culture, and because in Japan, they're still gaijins, they're still foreigners, they're not really accepted like a Kenny Omega or an AJ Styles was,
Right.
Yeah, but he's really good, I mean, him and Zack Sabre and Will Ospreay. Have you seen some Ospreay?
You know what? Like I've heard his name a bunch, and it's just I haven't really seen any of his matches.
Check out anything. Have you seen Hiromu Takahashi? Anything that he's done with Takahashi, you should check out. Takahashi is amazing. He's amazing. It's so fucking shitty that he broke his neck at the New Japan show.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's so.
That guy. What does he go like?
A time bomb.
He goes relax, or what does he say? Fucking
tranquilo. No. That's Naito. That's Naito.
Why does he say tranquilo? That's fucking weird.
Because that's like chill. He's tranquil. He doesn't let anything bother him. Like fucking motherfuckers will be going crazy and trying to kill him, and he'll sit in the ring and do that thing. Like he's relaxed and he's chilling because he doesn't give a fuck. So it's kind of cool.
So I was thinking that we should watch.
Where the fuck you just disappeared?
I was thinking that we should watch the. You hear me though, right?
Yeah, I hear you. I can't see you though.
Let's watch the what's it called, the Kenny versus Kenny match.
Dude, I don't want to watch that match because I want to watch that match fucking.
Come on, let's watch it now together.
I don't want to watch that match. That match is long as fuck, and I want to watch it on my fucking big screen TV and not do commentary and talk about it. I want to enjoy it.
All right, hater.
I'm not a hater, motherfucker.
Look at you crying.
We don't even know if that shit's gonna work. Do you remember the disaster?
It would just be right here in this corner, right here.
Yeah,
you know?
and then we can't even hear it.
That's the thing. That's the whole point. Why would you want to hear it? You just watch it.
Why are we even streaming this shit, man? This is so pointless.
It's not pointless, man. We're not that pretty.
We're gonna get taken off of YouTube because we're streaming this bullshit.
All right.
Whoa. Speak for yourself, motherfucker. We're not that pretty. I'm a handsome, ruggedly handsome, sexy motherfucker. Okay.
That's true. Very true.
And you know, you're alright. You know, you ain't on my level, but you're like right below me.
That's true too. That's very true.
I'm glad we agree.
Yeah, definitely glad, bro. Like, I want to, come. I don't want to. Sometimes, man, you know why? Like, it takes so long for us to put these podcasts up because, like, man, I just can't stand to put my face near your face because it makes mine look it dwarfs mine. It makes me look like a fucking, street monkey.
Well, luckily for you,
you're so handsome.
I don't have my lamp, so I'm a lot darker, so they can't see me as well this week. So luckily for you, you're gonna get the spotlight a little more this week. Right?
Well, thanks, bro. Thank you so much.
I'm playing the dark and mysterious role and shit.
Well, I appreciate the.
Just for this week, motherfucker, because, I wasn't as prepared, because we ain't done this in a long fucking time, so I wasn't set up, fully. Right. But, yeah. Next time, I'm going to have the spotlight right on my face and shit, I'm making them anticipate, they're going to want it more. Yo, so, did you see the Jay Lethal story?
No.
About this bitch, Taylor Hendricks, saying that she got ROH let her go because she wouldn't sleep with Jay Lethal and shit?
What?
Yeah, and now Jay Lethal is like the ROH World Champion, so it's like all kinds of bullshit going on. And then she's posting like text messages, and but her text messages she posts like prove nothing. They're like Jay Lethal texting her like, "Hey, can you have a minute? Can we talk and stuff?" And then she's like saying, "This is when he told," and I'm like, okay, so why not post that shit? Like their texts are like proving nothing. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, after the Enzo thing, I'm, like, really weary about some of this shit.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
It's like, really not popular to say because, I do know, like, right now, the culture we live in and the Me Too movement and all that stuff, it's like, and you never want to just call a bitch a liar and you never want to do that kind of stuff. But, I mean, come on, let's be honest here. I've known a lot of crazy bitches. You've known a lot of crazy bitches.
Right.
And there's a lot of bitches that would lie about shit like this to fuck someone up.
Right.
And the thing is, you don't need proof. And even if you get proven wrong, there's always going to be a black cloud over that guy. Like, no matter what Enzo does, he's been cleared by the police. He's been cleared by everything. There's still people that are going to say fucking Enzo is a rapist and, that it did happen. And now it's going to be the same with Jay Lethal. And it's like, it's bullshit. I mean, because any other thing, I can't say, Adam, you robbed me, or Adam, you fucking stabbed me, unless I have proof. Unless I can take you to court and have proof that you did this to me, nothing's gonna happen to you, But then if I was a woman and said, Adam, you raped me, and I had no proof, there's still gonna be people all over the world that are gonna be like, Adam's a fucking rapist. I don't care what anyone says. It's like this is like the only thing where you need no proof. You can just say it, and all of a sudden you're a fucking rapist for the rest of your fucking life.
Well, that's kind of been the discussion, man. Like that's what's,
that's why I fucking hate the Me Too movement.
Well,
and I know that's fucked up to say. No,
bro.
I don't hate the Me Too movement.
Yeah,
because if anyone was legit, that shit happened to them. That's fucked up. And, I support them and whatever. But like Enzo said in that motherfucking song, but for the wrongfully accused, they deserve fucking justice too, Like, if you accuse someone of some shit and you're lying, then you should be fucking punished, The same way. Because if you're going to ruin someone's life over some shit like that. Like, here's a dude I used to work with that one of his best friends was accused of some shit like this. He went to court. He fucking lost, like, his life savings trying to pay off these court to fight these charges, and he came out innocent and everything was dismissed, and yet there's still people that won't associate with him because they think he's a fucking rapist, because this lying ass bitch said it. And you know what? The fucked up thing is I can't even say she's a lying ass bitch because I don't know. Maybe he did do something and got away with it. But maybe he didn't and he's innocent. I mean, but you can say that about anything. You can say that about murder. You can say that about robberies. I mean, how the fuck do we know the truth? Because a jury decided that you're innocent or guilty? That doesn't mean shit. That's just someone's opinion, you know? So, like, you know, the whole system is fucked up and there's no right or wrong answers. I just think it's fucked up that, you know, people, if they are innocent, can just have their shit ruined. And I just went on a long rant, and it probably makes me look like a woman hater and shit. But I've drank a lot of beers, and I don't give a fuck right now, you know what I'm saying? In fact, I'm going to go get some more beer, so I'll be right back. Yeah. So, you know, you put a disclaimer on all that shit and apologize to all the women that I just offended.
All right. The Suspend Your Disbelief podcast does not necessarily believe or agree in the beliefs that Troma believes, and you know, we can give you his email address if you would like to complain about any of the things he said about the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement is doing a lot of great things right now for a lot of people, and helping people who have been hurt and have not, you know, been able to speak up. Finally are, you know,
are you done apologizing for me?
And Troma.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bitches. Seriously. Can you put that shit down? I can't even see myself, man.
Yeah, I can't. Nobody can see you anyway because it's pitch black in your freaking view anyway. So it doesn't really matter. People can't see you, bro. Man.
Hold on.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you want me to get my motherfucking lamp?
Yeah, it should have been on. I mean, please, it should have been on. Why
man, we're like an hour plus into this already. I'm gonna change it up now.
You should have. I wish you did, but you didn't. So
why didn't you fucking say something? Hold up.
All right. Well, holding.
I'm rolling my lamp so the bitches can see me. They all hate me now anyway.
Yeah, the bitches hate you anyway. They always have.
Stop talking.
What? Look, just because I'm not drunk, all right, doesn't mean you can't fucking talk to me like that.
We're not talking shit. We're not talking shit. Well, I can't hear you. They're saying good things about me. All right, I'm back.
Man, your mic sounds so much better. Why didn't you do that in the first place?
Do what?
What you just did to your audio.
What? I didn't do shit to my audio.
And why didn't you have that lamp on in the first place, man? So when I say, hey, are you ready? Like, these are the things you should have. All right? Not the fucking beers. All right? You should have the light and the fucking headphones, dick. God damn it, bro.
Man, fuck you, dude. I had this shit packed away, dude. Like, I was cleaning and I put it away and shit. My bad. I got my beer. The beer is more important, dude. If I don't have the beer, I'm not loose.
All right. And then you're also not like very friendly because you're young most of the time, so.
That's what I do, motherfucker. I gotta set you straight. You say stupid shit sometimes and make me yell.
Yeah. I say stupid shit. You say a lot of stupid shit too. Like, fuck.
I didn't say nothing stupid.
You said plenty of stupid shit about the Me Too movement just now. What are you talking about? Fucking stupid.
Dude, I drank like fucking 6 beers in like fucking 45 minutes, okay?
Look, alcohol is not an excuse. I don't.
You know what? Fuck it. I gave my reasons. And you agreed with a lot of the shit I said.
No, I agree. Look, what I said is that I think it's a shame that people, you know, that people feel like they can't speak up when they've been attacked, man. Don't do that. Have it the way it was, man. Don't adjust it. It was fine. I think that's a shame.
It's fucking shining right in my goddamn face, though.
Just put it down, face it down towards the table. It doesn't gotta be in your fucking face. Yeah, there you go.
Look, it's dark again.
Why are you yelling at me, bro?
Is that alright right there?
Aren't your neighbors like fucking like, yo?
I got my fucking windows all closed, dude. I installed a fucking air conditioner, so I'm sealed in this motherfucker. I got AC now, man. I'm moving up in the world. We're making money.
Hey, how many rooms you got? You got room for me?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because, man.
Can I crash on your couch?
You gotta pay your own way.
Can I crash on your couch?
Yeah, dude. I got a fucking futon right there, motherfucker. See that?
Is that
shit?
Your living room? Is that your living room?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn,
that's
bro,
my futon right there.
You have a WWE poster in your living room?
No, I got 2 WWE posters, motherfucker. See that one over there,
bro.
dude? That's my WWE poster over there. And then back here up against my fucking wall shit. Oh, where the fuck is it? Shit. Somewhere back there in my kitchen. There's that new WWE Legends poster I got from fucking Hot Topic.
You still go to Hot Topic?
No, Spencer's. Yeah, I go to Hot Topic. Where the fuck do you think I get all my Bullet Club shit from?
The internet.
Nah, man. I don't order shit. Then I gotta wait for it. I just go to fucking Hot Topic and get that shit.
Oh, man. That's good.
I gotta pay fucking shipping and fucking Bullet Club shirts are like 30 goddamn bucks anyway. Then I'm gonna pay $9.95 for shipping? Fuck that.
Yo, what did you think of the new logo? You think you like that? That dude with the mask? The Ultimate Warrior with the fucking Jason mask?
Whatever, motherfucker. I don't like it because every time I make some new shit, like 2 days later, you make new shit and replace the shit I just made.
I make new shit all the time, dude.
I literally just made the new fucking profile picture and cover photo, and like 2 days later, you make some new shit and replace it, motherfucker.
So you can just add to it, dude. I don't care. You can make it the slideshow. I really don't give a shit, you know? Like, I'm just trying to be active, you know? I'm trying to, like, make...
yeah, I'm being active too, motherfucker. I post a lot of updates in the past 2 days.
I've noticed, man.
I'm getting back into it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, you know, I'm a busy motherfucker. I know you're a busy motherfucker. But, you know, we're trying to do this more. Yeah, we're trying to do this more regularly. We're trying to be more committed because, like, we're not
committed.
Yeah, I mean, but we're not going to grow and build if we do this shit like once a month, you know? Right. We're committed, just, you know, but we're trying to build, and, you know, you can't build doing shit once a month, you know, so.
Right.
We're just, so we're trying to get, you know, more into it here, and we're gonna, you know, we're gonna get there, you know. We're coming along.
We'll find our rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like kind of exploring the world of NJPW is kind of interesting to me. You know,
I'm fucking proud of you.
Well, I mean, it's to tell you the truth, man. I'm kind of over I'm over the people on Raw, and I'm like SmackDown. All I'm really excited for is Usos, and they don't really get their due, you know?
Yeah, well, they're on the back burner right now.
I know, exactly. And I feel like they should have those belts. Why the fuck do the Bludgeon Brothers need belts, bro? But
because if you don't got belts, it's like you're built to nothing.
Well, yeah, exactly. The Bludgeon Brothers need belts because they're huge and it wouldn't be believable, you know? So it's like, but I don't know. I feel like the Bludgeons could be, like, both those dudes could be on their own. They could be, if they were on their own, they would be Brock Lesnar fucking...
how many times have they tried to put them on their own, though?
Luke Harper could be a main event dude on his own.
Yeah, he could. Like, when they had the Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt thing, and they threw Luke Harper in the mix, he was tearing it up with Randy Orton. Like, I was like, this dude is a main event guy.
Dope as fuck. I like Luke Harper. And if he didn't have that stupid ass gimmick, man. If he just had a fucking, like,
what gimmick are you talking about?
The fucking half retarded dude gimmick. Sorry, I shouldn't have used that word. Retarded.
He's not retarded gimmick.
He doesn't. I mean,
see, now females and retards hate us. Good going.
That's a females and retards hate us.
That's our new logo. That's our new slogan.
I like
Suspend Disbelief. Females and retards hate us.
If Luke Harper had like a gimmick where he could like talk, and it didn't seem if he was like more intelligent, you know, if he just seemed intelligent, because he doesn't seem intelligent, you know.
But they tried to do that with Mike Knox back in the day. Remember the super intelligent fucking psychopath character?
Not super intelligent, but I'm saying like if he was just not like, you know, he's grunts
well, he's
like
not
words.
really like that. I mean, he can talk. I think Rowan's more retard type.
Yeah, but I feel like he's given like he's the hillbilly, like, you know, the backwoods hillbilly kind of fucking.
But that's always been his thing. He's always been the hillbilly trucker.
That's what I'm saying. Like if he cut his fucking hair or some shit, you know, where he wasn't the hillbilly trucker dude.
I like his look though. Actually, I don't like his look as much anymore. I liked his look before when he just had the jeans and the dirty ass shirt and the wild fucking hair. Now he's like, you know, he's got wrestling gear and his hair slicked back and he looks a lot more presentable now, and I think that doesn't really fit with his gimmick. I think he should look like a wild man, you know. Now he's like he went from, you know, the Wyatt to like a Bludgeon brother. There's not really a big leap in character, so I don't see why all of a sudden he's like all neat and trimmed and shit. But well, you know, what?
He's now like a team, a Bludgeon brother. You know, he's got to be.
Yeah, but they've always been fucking a team. Like since they've came into the company, they break them off from the fucking Wyatt, and they give them back with Wyatt. Then they break them off from Wyatt again, put them back with Wyatt. They break them off again, then they break them off from each other. Then they put them back together. It's like how long, you know, before they're back with Wyatt again?
I don't think. I think Strowman. I think once Strowman has the belt, he's gonna get the Wyatt family back together. That'd be dope as fuck.
Yeah, but I think he'd have to be heel to have the Wyatt family back together.
The Wyatt family could flip like New Day did.
Or maybe they can like try to take the belt off of him. You know, I don't think he needs the Wyatt family. I think it would make more sense that like Bray can do a whole thing where like I brought you here, I made you. And now, you know, you're the man, and, you know, I'm going to take that away from you, you know, some shit like that.
Right. If I created you, I could destroy you kind of thing.
Yeah, and then, you know, he can be like, you know, he can send Luke and Rowan after him. And, you know, I think that would be a good chase, you know, because then, you know, Braun would have to vanquish, you know, the Bludgeons to get, you know, Bray. Because, I mean, when they did do that thing where, they had that SmackDown versus Raw thing where Bray and Braun were on separate teams. I mean, that was one of the biggest pops of the night was when Bray and Braun went, you know, head to head with each other. You know, people were really into that, and they never did follow it up. And I thought, you know, they should have followed it up a little bit.
Yeah, I love that you can see everything on my screen right now. But
yeah, just don't show everything on my screen because we learned that lesson when we were off air.
It's all good. I'm pretty sure everyone has fucking their you know, I don't know what I was trying to say. I was paying attention to something else, and then I stopped paying attention, and then I forgot what you were talking about, and now I'm trying to.
This is what happens when we don't do a podcast for 3 weeks. We come in completely unprepared and just wing it. But you know what? Those are the best fucking shows.
No, this one kind of sucked. I'm sorry. This one kind of sucked, but it's okay.
Why are you gonna say, man? Don't be hating on our show.
Yeah, you're right.
Why did this show suck, dude? We yelled at each
You
other.
yelled at me the entire
we yelled
time.
at each other about Brock Lesnar.
I didn't yell. We yelled about Brock Lesnar every show, by the way. Every show we yell about Brock Lesnar.
I don't think I'm not yelling. I'm just projecting because I want to make sure that I come through. Because sometimes
you're so red. By the way.
Sometimes when I listen back to the podcast, I'm not, I'm kind of soft, so I want to make sure that I project so our disbelievers can hear us.
All right, dude. Well, so let's try and work on some things then, as far as like the podcast goes. Like what we should do is definitely think about that Zack Sabre Jr., the top 10 Zack Sabre Jr. videos, almost like how What Culture has. You know what I'm saying? They have like, and I think that would be a good way for us to just kind of create content, you know. So I'm gonna start watching a bunch of Zack Sabre matches, and
we can even do it like beyond just wrestling shit too, because I mean, like, you sent me that the playlist thing you were talking about, trying to put together a playlist of matches and shit, but you had a playlist of like music
hip-hop,
and shit together,
right.
yeah.
So I was trying to say, like, go ahead and throw some dope shit on there too, but you know, I was just sometimes I have too many ideas, and I'm like,
yeah, well, you know, I mean, for content when we're not fucking doing podcasts, since, you know, sometimes that shit is few and far in between, you know, just like get some links out there. Yeah, well, it's not gonna be. We're gonna get shit more up.
Top 10, but like what? Like top 10 what?
Yeah, like, you know, like fucking top 10, you know, fucking Juggalo songs, you know, top 10 fucking horror movies we dig, or murder scenes, you know, anything, you know, whatever the fuck we're into, whatever the fuck we feel like, you know.
But a great place to discuss that would be right here, right now. So let's
say
what like the top 10. All right, top 10.
Top 10 reason I fucking yelled at you this week on the podcast. Number 1, Brock Lesnar.
We'll figure them out. But I think one to work on first would be the Zack Sabre. Let's just get down, fucking baby step in. Zack Sabre.
Well, then, like, but the thing is, how the fuck are we gonna present that? Like, it's not like we can link all the matches.
No, we don't have to. We just show little clips of it and talk about them.
Are you gonna download all those fucking shows to extract?
I just said I'm gonna go and get the fucking Zack Sabre pack and fucking watch those matches, bro.
You got XWT?
Dude, I got PWS, XWT. I got. So don't talk about my stuff and what I got, what I don't
got. You don't got any of that shit. You don't need any of that shit, man. You don't need to download anything, man. You can just stream the shit, man.
So where am I going to find all the Zack Sabre matches?
Just go to Watch Wrestling. Dude, go to Watch Wrestling.
And then I'm going to have to sift through how much shit, right?
You're going to have to sift through it anyway. It's not like there's a place where you can just download exclusive Zack Sabre matches. You're going to have to go through entire shows.
Oh, yeah? All right, let's see
better?
this.
What would you rather do? Would you rather fucking click a button to stream ahead and go to the match you want, or have to download a bunch of fucking shows and fuck up your ratio to look for?
I'm not gonna download a bunch of shows, dude. If
I give you 10 matches, you're gonna have to find them all, aren't you? Where the fuck did you go?
Hold on.
I miss your.
Hold on. I'm gonna find these matches for you, because.
I don't need to find them. I know where the fuck to find them, man. I'm the one that told you where to find them. You know how to find them for me? I saw them, motherfucker. You gotta find those matches for me on the website I told you to go to and fucking.
What are you talking about? Look at this. All right. First of all, look at that.
Yo, motherfucker, I'm the one that told you to go there and download the fucking NJW Cup.
So you're telling me to go to watchwrestling.I. Look, you're a dick.
Yeah, to find all the evolved.
Right here. So it's right here. So this is what it is. This is it, right?
I can't see it. It's too small, man.
So that's what she said.
Yeah, there you go. But that's only fucking 4 matches.
All right, we're only looking for.
Those are good fucking matches, though, yo. Yeah. That's a good pack right there, man.
Yeah, see? So why are you trying to, like, hate on me right now?
I'm not hating on you, motherfucker. Yo, man, why are you being such a sensitive little biatch?
Because I'm a Virgo, bro. All right? I'm being a girl today, so.
Are you on your period? God damn, how much fucking shit are you downloading? I bet 90% of that is porn. I guarantee. Right. All that shit is like fucking porn right there.
Here, look, Zack Sabre. Which one? Zack Sabre Jr. here, bro.
Yeah, that's 10 gigs of shit. You gonna download all that?
Yeah, I like him. What the fuck you talking about?
Those are all his. Wait, hold on. Let me look. Europe matches. No. Yeah, dude. There's nothing on there that you really need, dude. Those are all really old. That's before he really got into his fucking, his fucking, his stride, dude. Like, he's really hit his stride pretty much this year. If you're gonna get anything from this pack, I would get that Hero versus Sabre match. That Angle match, really disappointing. You know, Angle didn't really bring it at all. Yeah, there you go. Like, the hero matches are always good. Quack, no, I wouldn't get that. Like, fucking... Yeah, see, like... There's not a lot of... There's not a lot of Evolve stuff. No, you spelled it correct. No,
I spelled it. Yeah, I did.
I don't know. I've seen so many Sabre hero matches. I don't know which one that is, but they're all pretty good. Oh, there's a match with Cesaro. I've never seen that match. There's a match with Balor.
Shinsuke
right there.
with Shinsuke Nakamura.
I've never seen that match. Oh, Lo Shirai. Oh, Keith Lee, dude. You should. Have you seen any Keith Lee?
No.
The dude that just signed with WWE. Yeah, you should check out that mini pack. It's free leech. So yeah, maybe get some Keith Lee and check out some of his shit. Keith Lee is a motherfucking monster. That motherfucker is a bad motherfucker. That's definitely something I would check out, especially if it's free. Yeah. Yeah, look at us just teaching people how to illegally download stuff off the internet.
They're not seeing this, though. They're not seeing this.
Oh, they're not? I'm the only one seeing this?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. We don't condone downloading things illegally off the internet. You know, these people work hard and you should pay for it and purchase it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. We don't condone it. It's fucking hot, yo. I'm gonna have to unzip this shit a little bit.
Alright, well, as you get naked, nice.
I'm not getting naked, motherfucker. I'm just letting out.
Go ahead. Alright, well, we should definitely end this show this week
because I'm taking my clothes off?
And it's just been a train wreck, so...
God damn, I just zipped it up into my chest hair. Fuck!
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, it does suck. You know the pain.
Alright, bro. We'll be better next week. I promise.
Motherfucker, this show was not... What the fuck was wrong with this show? Just because I yelled at you and I fucking said, you know, bad things about the Me Too movement, and you said bad things about retards, and we talked about porn and showing our dicks, and I showed my chest hair, and we downloaded stuff off the internet illegally. It's not that bad. And now that I ran off the list, it sounds pretty fucking bad.
Yeah. And you ate, you started the podcast eating fucking beef jerky. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
No, we're just being real. What did you fucking tell me the other day? We need to establish our personalities. This is my motherfucking personality.
Alright, bro.
And you fucking love me, and you loved me for years for my personality. So don't be hating on me now, motherfucker.
I'm not hating on you. I'm not hating. You see me hating. I'm not hating. I'm saying
You're telling us how much we fucking suck.
No, I'm saying we're better than this, though.
Well, this was like fucking random. We were not prepared. We'll be better.
Peace out.